police. They have guns and authority. When is it okay for the police to take out their gun and shoot a nigga in the face?
If you like, please hit subscribe and tell all your friends about the Mad Rapper Show.
What is up, everybody? Mad Rapper here. And on this episode of the Mad Rapper Show, we're going to talk about cops and guns. Now, what I really want to talk about today is the disturbing video that I've seen. But this video was disturbing because it dealt with, like, it said Christian family has a brawl, you know, somebody gets shot. So you got some big cornbread eating white boys out there, just big. And when the cop cars pull up, you don't really see any commotion. And then the one cop that's there with the family says, hey, we need to separate these guys and talk to them. Then somebody said something to the effect, if you're not going to separate me, separate us from our family or separate us from our parents. And then the cop gets ready to grab one of them, and you see one step around and push him off. And the cop grabs him, and he's like, hey, don't touch me. And they all start just fighting. Like, the cops start fighting. This family is basically fighting. Now, after watching this several times, I am by no means saying that the family was in the right. It was definitely a bad idea for them to start wrestling around with the police. And I was reading the comment section. Somebody said, you know, if this was a black family, this video would be less than a minute long. Basically saying that when it first started and the cops started getting put in headlocks, they would have started shooting niggas. And they probably would have. What bothered me about this video was that it was just horrible, you know, and it's just that when the cop pulled out his gun and shot, it happens a little while into the video, you'll see a cop on the ground, and it looks like two family members on top of the cop. Now, this is definitely a moment to where, just like those people were fighting the cops because of their family, the cop that put out his gun shot him because it was like his brother was on the ground, the other cop. It was crazy. It was like he was hitting people with the baton, you know, and then just retching point blank pop. And it ended up killing this 21-year-old kid. It was crazy. And it seemed like there was just so much commotion and nobody ever noticed that this kid was dying to the very end. Then the mom is like, you're killing my family. And then the other cop is like, oh, he's shot? And they didn't even know. It bothered me because, you know, by that next frame or two, you know, you don't see the cop that pulled the gun and shot. I want to say that maybe the cop shot him because it looked like he was going to get the other cop's weapon. But I don't know. Like a minute before that, you hear a cop scream, I'm going to shoot you. And it's understandable, but I seen the dad talking about, you know, you're hitting children. Like, he was letting them know, yeah, they cornbread fed motherfuckers, but these are kids, man. They ain't adults. It was a lot of big motherfuckers. And so this time, like, I will say, like, with the other issue with the cop shooting the guy, you definitely see the guy running away and getting shot in the back. With this, it's just like, do we want to say that the standard right here, the reason why not all these motherfuckers died was because they was white? I don't want to say that. But I definitely will say that if anybody was going to start shooting, I could definitely understand a lot of motherfuckers getting shot in this video. Because it was crazy. Like, and most niggas wouldn't even think of fighting with the cops like that. Like, we had taught from a young age that it's a lose-lose scenario. Like, even if a cop got your grandma in a finger four leg lock, you better just tell her to tap out and lay there because you're gonna get fucked up. So this video was crazy to me. I got misty. I cried a little bit because just the commotion. Just hearing the emotion in people's voices and the mom screaming, "You're killing my family, you're hurting my family." That bothered me. But in general, looking at it as a logical person, I definitely don't see the cop as being at fault for pulling his weapon and shooting to protect his brother who's on the ground. But I do see a fault, like once he shot, it was like the alertness. You shot, you know, he actually shot the cop too. It looks like he may have shot through his leg and killed the kid. When I say kid, he's 21. The thing that bothered me about it, like I said, was not that he shot him, but that he didn't inform everyone around that I just discharged my weapon. You know what I'm saying? And we need to get an ambulance here, because it went on for like a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes after that. I mean, this kid is laying there just unconscious, dying, with his family huddled around him, crying and holding his hand, and it just sad. I looked it up. You know, it was part of some of the kids were part of a Christian band. So, I mean, the questions I have, I can't wait till more, comes out about this. I want to know why the cops even were called on these people. I want to see what they did. Because from what I've seen, it looked like some of these men, these kids, because some of them was just big. But it looked like some of them may have had like special needs, man. Like their movements, the way they was acting, it looked like they might have been sort of slow. And that's some scary shit, man. You don't know, but it just bothered me to see that shit. I'm going to post a link in the description below. You guys check it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think, whether you think the cop was justified for doing that. Just horrible. Just horrible. And, you know, and people going to look at me like I'm bad, but I'm saying right now, I'm glad they wasn't black. Because they definitely would all got fucking killed.
I'm the mad rapper, I speak the truth, I let it flow. If you got an opinion, comment below and let me know. If you like, please hit subscribe and tell all your friends about the Mad Rapper Show.